Hey, 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 welcome Million Dollar Speakers to the Million Dollar Speaker Podcast. I'm Arvee Robinson, and I'm the Master Speaker Trainer, International Speaker, and author of Speak Up, Get Clients. And today we've got another great show for you. And the title of it is How to Sell from the Stage Without Using Slime Techniques. That's right. We've all been slimed at one time or another, and it doesn't feel good. It's that feeling like you're feeling icky, like someone just poured something all over you and you can't wait to take a shower. Well, guess what? Million Dollar Speakers do not need to use slime tactics. They don't need to use anything except their own authentic self and great content. So I am going to share with you today how you too can sell from the stage without being salesy and without being slimy. How cool is that? Say that's cool. All right, so how to sell from the stage without slime techniques. Now, if you know me, you know that I love acronyms. I love acronyms because they're easy to teach from and they're easy to learn from. So we're going to use an acronym today, and the acronym is SLIME. Yes, I know, crazy, huh? SLIME, slime. So we're going to use that acronym today. And the S, again, this is how you can be that million dollar speaker and not use any slime techniques. So the first one, and we're not going to go into order. See, here's the deal. When you use an acronym, you don't have to go from top down. You don't have to go from bottom up. You can go anywhere you want as long as you're clear. Let me say it again. When you're using an acronym to speak from or teach from, you don't have to go in any particular order. Just be clear. So we are going to start with the L. We're spelling out slime. We're going to start with the L. So the first thing you want to do, and the first thing million dollar speakers do, is they love on their audience. They show their audience love. They're building that love, that trust, and that rapport from the very, very beginning. And there's lots of ways to do that. One way, of course, that's really easy is for you to learn some of your audience's names and use their name, because that builds instant credibility and rapport, instant love with your audience. And of course, giving great content, showing people who you are, being authentic, letting them learn about you through your story, which will give you credibility, that professional story that earns you the right to be speaking about your topic, that story. Yes, that story will help them to get to know you and then in turn, trust you and love you, right? We had a saying in corporate America back in the day that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. I believe that that has changed today, and that people buy from people that they know through your story, love, and trust. So know, love, and trust. So we've got to love on our audience. We've got to be nice to them. We've got to smile at them. We've got to have a lot of eye contact with them. We've got to, be natural with them and have that conversation and maybe, have some fun with them. So really concentrate on not only delivering that great content, but concentrate on how you can love on your audience. Another way too is through volunteers. People live vicariously through volunteers. So if you call a volunteer by name, or if you treat a volunteer with a lot of love and respect, your entire audience will feel it. So don't worry if you're in a big group. That's the secret that million dollar speakers use. All right, so after the L, we are going to next go to the M. Excuse me, I'm going to go to the M. The M is for mention. The M is for mention. If you have a product or service that you know that you're going to invite them to buy later on, you want to mention it throughout your presentation. It's what in the industry is called seeding. It's just a little seeding. So you might mention it by bringing it up. You might mention your book title. You might show the book several times. You might open it up and read something in it. Or if it's a product and service, you might talk about a past client that was struggling, and then they took this particular product and service, and now you're making a ton of money, or whatever it might be. but mention it. Don't wait until the very end and then go, oh, and I want to talk about this product and service that will help you. That doesn't work. You've got to seed it. So the M is for mention. Mention it a little bit. Don't overkill, don't oversell, but mention it during your talk. All right, the next one, I'm going to go to E. E is for excited. E is for excited. If you're not excited about your presentation, if you're not excited about your product and service, nobody else is going to be when it comes time to offer it. So you've got to show excitement throughout, excitement that the audience is there, excitement on your speech and your topic, and excitement, of course, ultimately for your business and what it is that you're selling and offering. Now, it might come like a surprise to you that I'm talking about big excitement, but I'll tell you, I had a client once and he was speaking and he sold energy drink. And when he got up to practice and do his speech, he was not very excited and he didn't have much energy. So I kind of mentioned to him, well, perhaps maybe he should try his own energy drink before he stepped on stage, just in fun, of course. So make sure that you're excited. He got a good laugh at that, and so did the rest of the class. But be excited. Don't be so into your head in that content, in that presentation, that you can't be present and be excited and feel the energy of the audience and let them feel your energy. So the E is for excited. Now we're going to go to S. S, which is my favorite. $1 million speakers are great storytellers, what I call great story sellers. Great story sellers. They know how to use a story to do the invisible selling for them, to do the selling for them. That's all. There's 4 stories that you must have in your presentation. One is your professional, yes. That lets people get to know you, that earns you the right, gives you credibility. But success stories will really help to sell your products and service without you doing it. That's those stories about successful clients, stories about clients that they were struggling and then they worked with you. And now they're accomplishing much more. So stories. Another story is emotional stories. And I don't mean crybaby stories, but funny equals money. Yes, funny equals money. And then, of course, there's those stories with a lesson. And the lesson gets the people in your audience's mind to be going and trying to figure it out and see how it applies to them. Very, very powerful technique. Now, the I, we're going to move on to the I, and the I is for invitation. Yes, we're down at the bottom of our speech, and we want to do an invitation. Some people call it call to action. I call it invitation. It's an invitation to do business with you, an invitation to take the next step with you, to go the next level, whatever it might be. So you want to invite them to take the next step with you. That might be a book. It might be a workshop. It might be an online program, a webinar, whatever it is. Invite them to take the next step with you. Now, your invitation all depends on the size of the speech. In other words, how long do you have to speak? The smaller the time you have to speak, the smaller the invitation is. So if you only have 5 minutes, your invitation is not going to be trying to sell a $4,000 product. Your invitation will simply be, if you want to know more, come and see me. I'm going to be right here at the end of my talk. Or if I've inspired you in any way, come and see me. I'm going to be right here at the end of my talk. That's all you have time for. If you have 90 minutes, you can sell a $2,000, $3,000 program. If you're, of course, well trained and well rehearsed in it. So it all depends. There's many different invitations for the size of your talk. So we'll talk about that on a future podcast, but this for now is how you can not use slime techniques in your presentation. And again, these are the secrets that the $1 million speakers know and use every single time they speak. So that's it for today. Bye for now. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.